coming right at you. Raw with It Podcast. What's up?
What's happening?
People in the
What's happening? What's happening? Everyone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Raw with It Podcast. And how y'all doing?
That in there.
Everybody good? Everybody good? That's good. What's up, TikTok family? Hey, TikTok family, I am not ignoring you. It's Kahi. Kahi ignoring you. Because he ain't said what's up to y'all, and I can't see you. I don't. You still on TikTok?
I'm guilty. I was ignoring y'all just a bit, but it was to your own benefit.
It was
to your own benefit.
Good afternoon.
But I'm back, y'all.
Who is that? Somebody saying good afternoon. What's up, everybody? What's up? Facebook people? What's up, YouTube people? What's up,
everybody's good?
What's up, Instagram people?
Hope everybody's in good spirits.
Absolutely.
High vibrations, frequencies in check.
Very high vibrations. Matter of fact,
cool.
If you need some high vibrations, you're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
We don't do low vibrations. Just happening and everything. And I hope everybody doing well. Yo, I was listening to this one podcast. My man, I forget what he called himself, but he was talking about Charlemagne the God, on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne was interviewing this dude named Larry Elder. Anybody out there, y'all might have seen the interview. I didn't see it. You saw it? Did you see it?
I was listening to it. I actually did see it when it first aired. And I heard it. So
what happened?
It was after, if everyone remember when Joe Biden was campaigning and he went on Charlemagne the God's show. And so, okay, anyone else feel free to chime in who can fill in the blanks.
Right.
But so that's the statement that Joe Biden made to him when they were just, some questions and answers.
What was the statement?
Joe Biden said, if you have to choose between voting for myself or Trump, then you ain't black.
What?
And yeah. Joe Biden, anyone else can feel free to chime in to correct me. I am correctable. It's fine. However, but he did, and I remember that. And right. Charlemagne was, and so when he said that, Charlemagne, because I think you understand, and people that have their own channels, their own chat, their own show, there's a level of decorum, there's a level of skill, there's a level of expectancy and respect. You might feel a certain way that you should be even. You know what I'm saying? But you still should express your own opinion. And Charlemagne responded with, I can't remember what he responded with. They played it. And I'll find it to send it to you, and you can replay it another time.
Yeah.
And he didn't, say anything like, well, he didn't show or mention of him taking offense to it. So when Larry and Elder was talking to him, I don't know. Okay, so my feeling was, I know the figure that he is. He's running for president. If he's on my show, I'm still going to practice, respect and decorum. If I don't feel any way about it, I may not respond the way other people wish I would. I may not respond with, some harsh words or, other measures. But he, in essence, Mr. Elder was kind of like, he anytime you use black, when you say it like
Charlamagne
that,
pitched up.
yeah, yeah. He said you should have said more than just that. You know, that was
What was Charlemagne's response?
well, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. You know, that's what he was telling Elder. He's like, well, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. And Larry Elder was like, that has nothing to do with the question. He said, why didn't you,
It was a statement.
you know, come
Biden said.
Right, because of the statement that Biden said.
So let me get this in the because I didn't see it.
Right,
and
right. We have to pull it up.
So Biden basically said that here it is. If it came down to it, you got Trump on one side, you got Biden on the other side, and if you vote for Trump, then you're not black. That's what he said.
He didn't say those words.
What did he say?
He said
he was insinuating.
Biden said,
right?
But yeah, he was insinuating. Yes, he's very much insinuating.
Yeah.
But his words were, if you don't know who to vote for between me and Trump, then you're not black. That's almost verbatim what he said.
Okay.
Now, you know,
okay.
So you take that for a moment. Now, you know, does that cause for someone or anyone to, you know, come out a certain way? You know, does it? Because everyone may not. They may feel like, okay, I won't address this now, or all right, whatever he was thinking, he didn't. But the Elder, you know, pretty much was like, yeah, you fucked that up for a lot of people that they would have said something. Right. You froze on that, and you didn't, you know, you could have at least, you know, so I was listening to it yesterday. I was listening to the brief interview, so it was about 5 minutes long. Someone else was playing it, and they kept rewinding it. And I'm going to find that, man. There's a couple of people that I would love to run across you to join onto this show. You know what I'm saying, for certain topics and certain conversations. But
so that was the opportunity for Charlamagne to go there, because if you take it there, now you playing the race. You the president.
Yeah, you did exactly.
You playing the race card.
You pulled the nigger card.
Yeah, you pulled the nigger card. So now I can go there with you. I can go there with you. In the contrary, no,
sure,
I don't like neither one of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah,
and that's me being black. I don't trust neither one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? He more open with his racism, and you're more what's the word? Clandestine? Is that it? Yeah.
Charlamagne?
No, I'm just saying.
Just the word.
The word clandestine, is that the word where you're secretive and shit, like, you know, sneaky? Is that?
I don't know that word. I don't know that word.
Folks out there, look that up, y'all. Look that up. I'm gonna look it up while we talking. All right, go ahead while I look that shit up.
Right. But, so
yeah, because go on, because you're getting ready to help me with the point I'm making that my man was talking about. Go ahead. Okay. What Larry Elder said.
So, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. Well, so, you know, and Charlamagne was trying to explain to him. That's why I'm not trying to. Well, since I don't recall it verbatim, so it's you know, I might as well just say I'll paraphrase.
So my man
Elder kept telling him.
His name is The Angry Man. That's his podcast, The Angry Man.
It is.
And he was talking about that interview that Charlamagne had with Larry Elder. Okay, go ahead.
Right. See, some other things he was saying at the time, and we witnessed it all the time, you know, with these politicians. You know, they will gladly go into the black establishment shows and podcasts and actors and actresses. There's not a big problem there. You know what I'm saying? There's not a big problem there. But they're not. It's a shame that it looks like they seem so ill-equipped to respond the way the average black person would. Not the corporate answer. You know what I'm saying? Not the
like who's ill-equipped, the host or the guest?
Okay, so like we're talking about Charlemagne, and he's not the only
Okay.
one. We're talking about
They're
Charlemagne,
just
and
they're afraid. They're reluctant. They're afraid
right. They're afraid. They're
because
reluctant because
he worried about, like we were
his
talking about
positioning.
earlier, his position and them pulling the card on his ass and like, yo, they don't
Right.
cancel my motherfucking show. Like what
Right.
happened
Nick
to,
Cannon, other
like if
people.
you remember years ago when Arsenio had his show
Exactly.
and Arsenio knew, and everybody, like I'll just say, like the media was
Yeah.
up in arms with the most controversial man in the U.S., the
Yep.
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan,
Yes.
and he
Absolutely.
had Minister Louis
Absolutely.
Farrakhan come on his show and speak
Mhm.
his piece, because I
Right.
think during that time Minister Louis Farrakhan had said something, and then this is when they dubbed him anti-Semitic. They always dubbed him anti-Semitic, but basically
Absolutely.
they was trying to uh, execute him through the
Correct.
media. And Arsenio said,
Correct.
"Nah, I'm gonna have Minister Louis Farrakhan come on the show." And not long
Absolutely.
after he let Minister Louis Farrakhan come on the show, did they cancel the Arsenio Hall show?
I remember it. One of my good friends at the
Yeah,
time, he recorded that show. I had
yeah,
that videotape, the old VHSs. I had that for
yeah.
a very
Right.
long time, and someone actually lost it. They misplaced it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and that's how it happens. And we know they're not the only one. We can sit here and name a few, and we don't really have to throw names around, but they're actual and factual. Whenever when someone speaks on something that would be it would be fairly and accurately representative as to what you or I may respond to
Right.
in our way. Not being under contract of a corporate entity,
Yeah.
a particular company. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because we're still not
Absolutely.
going to do it
Mm-mm.
in a malicious way. We're just
Right.
bringing it there through proof and documentation and proof and documentation that you can find. Like you can find it, you can pay for it, you can go find it and read it, and
It's
it's a
all
shame,
public. It's all public information.
right?
I
It's public
mean,
information.
you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I wanted to, like, why I brought up that particular uh interview is because my man, the Angry Man, on his podcast, he was saying that, Larry Elder represents a certain type of black person.
Right?
Charlemagne represents a certain type of black person.
Absolutely.
He said Larry Elder represents uh, black people from back in the day. We fought for some shit.
Right.
We gonna let you know when something ain't right. We ain't gonna sugarcoat that shit. And if I'm in a position where I can let you know, like, no, I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Right.
The Angry Man called Charlemagne a new type of Negro. he's
Agreed.
this he's this he's this new type of, and if I'm mistaken, I think he might have said that Charlemagne might be what's called a E black. You know what I'm saying? E
Wow.
E mean E in, like, when they put E in front of something, it usually has to do with the internet. Like
Right. Right.
electron. He's an E might be short
Maybe
for,
INET,
yeah,
Ethernet,
yeah,
Ethernet,
for electronic.
e-commerce,
Like he's a
electronics.
electronic Negro. This nigga,
Right.
he's the type of Negro that is online, because you got different type of black people. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Correct.
They act
Correct.
certain ways. You got folks that is like, you got black people from, like, back in the day that may still have
Mhm.
that mentality, as, hey, I'm going to fight for my rights. I'm going to be an activist. I'm not going to let nobody get over on me or talk bad about my people, this, that, and the other. Then
Right.
you have the passive black. Oh, hey, I'm satisfied with my job. I got a nice job. I got a nice wife. I got nice
Yeah.
kids. I got a nice home, and I don't want to do nothing to fuck that up. So
Right. I can't.
You know, that's passive black. Hey, I ain't trying to rock the boat. You know, I'm straight where I'm at. As long as they don't fuck with me, I'm good. Then
It's
you
true.
got
It's
then
true.
you got the E black, the E Negro. The E
Hmm.
Negro is that Negro that will go online and front, you know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
just trying to do, let's say the E Negro is not the type of black person that has no platform. A E Negro has a platform, but
Right.
basically is shuffling their feet, you know,
Shucking and
as
jive.
to shucking and jiving, as to not as to
Yeah.
not cause harm to their
True.
platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They doing shit for the likes, they doing shit for the views, they doing shit just to draw attention that is not helping a cause. So in my opinion, if you're not helping the movement, then you hurting the movement. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing nothing good, then you doing something bad. Cause at this day and age, you need to be doing something good for the people. You feel me?
It was stand to reason. It was stand to reason.
Yeah.
The different type of Negroes. Um, you know that I think I'm pretty sure everyone can identify with that because not everyone wants to harm what they're doing, especially if you have family. You can have the same morals and standards. You'll feel some kind of way about it.
Yeah, I feel
But
you on that. I feel you
you
on that.
know,
Ain't
yeah,
nobody
you may
trying to fuck what they got up, you know.
true, true.
And you know, it's a way that you go about. Like you got a lot of entertainers out there. You got a lot of
Right,
entertainers out there that's scared, like, oh
right,
hell nah, they gonna
right.
fuck my shit up. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
then you
right.
got some that just don't get like, fuck that, man. You like, I done did what I need
Right,
to do. Now let me go and do this. You know,
right.
I don't want to be, and I get it. Like even you know
Hmm.
with this podcast, this is a new podcast, and we
Hmm.
haven't jumped off to where we got like 100 viewers at one time. You know what I'm saying, or 1,000 followers or everything. You know, so we don't have to worry about losing people because we ain't even got enough people to lose. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
what come out our mouth, we ain't got to regulate or be cautious about a lot of stuff. But we will put content up to grab viewers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But we're not in jeopardy of losing anything. So like with people like Charlemagne, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They doing
That's right.
stuff strictly for the ratings. And I get it. That's what the entertainment business is about. Radio,
Mhm.
TV, podcast, you know, it's getting the ratings up, you know, so you can make that
Absolutely.
money. You feel me? I get that.
Absolutely.
And at times, you know, I feel like, okay, maybe I should do this so that we can get more followers and stuff. But I don't want
Right.
to be considered a sellout. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
want
Sorry
to
about this.
I
No,
don't want
no, I
Larry
don't.
Elder talking about like, hey man, them little motherfuckers goddamn raw with a podcast, them little bitch asses. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want
Because it
I don't
will.
want nobody considering us like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like,
either. I don't want
I,
us to either.
yeah, I want us to be
It's
known
true.
as being down for the people. You feel me?
Right. Right. A positive cause, definitely a positive
Right.
cause, but also the appropriate messaging. You know, bring
Yeah.
across the appropriate messaging, just to and if anything, awareness is of everything. Awareness is everything to me. That's why there's a lot of effort to discredit and take the distort the woke thing because woke is not a bad
Oh my
thing.
God.
So
Yeah,
now,
yeah. That
see, that's what I'm
motherfucker
saying.
DeSantis. You hit it dead on the head. And
Right.
I like what you just said. uh
Go
you
ahead. Go
said
ahead.
what did you say? Informing, like informing. I want our podcast to not only be entertaining, but I also want it to be
Mhm.
informative for the people, you know,
Excellent
keeping
thing.
folks aware of things, keeping them abreast of what they may not know that's going on. But yeah, you said
That's
it.
right.
Like, continue on with like, you know, them distorting the woke thing.
Yeah, that you know, um,
Let freedom ring.
I think it really got let freedom ring.
What you think about that?
Let freedom ring or woke?
Yeah, yeah,
Let freedom.
yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, sidebar. Let freedom ring. I don't know. Some just made me say that. Like maybe we should start saying that shit. Is that cool to say?
Yeah, freedom.
Let freedom ring. Is it cool to say though?
Give us free.
I don't
Are we
want to say
free?
that shit.
No, I don't want to say that
I don't want to say.
either. No, we're not gonna say that. But
Oh, not
but as
like
far as
it's
right,
let freedom reign. Is that cool to
right,
say?
yeah.
Is that cool to say?
I don't know. I wonder what other people may say. I don't think. Well, you
Let's
don't want to
ask the
associate it
people.
with make it
Ask people,
rain.
Kahi. Can
People,
we say that?
can we
I'd like
say
to say,
that? Does
like,
that sound
at the
politically
end of the
correct?
show, like, you got people saying some catchy shit, like,
Right,
let freedom
right. You need
ring.
to say it.
That just came in my head.
I like that though. I
Go
like that.
ahead. You
But
like
back,
that?
yeah, I like that. But I the woke thing is what I really like because woke, woke
Stay woke.
stay woke. When we were
Yeah,
saying
we can
that,
say that at the end of the show too. Stay woke.
I
Let
like
freedom
that.
ring. That's cool.
Stay woke.
What do you think? Stay
Okay,
woke.
stay
Let
woke.
freedom ring. What do you think?
When you see what
Both
they
of
do. Actually, we can say both of them. I believe we can say both of them. But to
Okay.
say, stay woke, we see what they've done with that narrative. Now they're
What they
actually trying to
tried to
make
do.
what they tried to do, but
Yeah.
they're actually having anti-woke discussions and
Yeah.
documentation. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is the same with, they're going to be learning about this and talking about that. They're
They
already
trying
trying
to
to take out
they
certain
trying to
books.
criminalize it or make it a terrorist thing. Like fuck
Exactly.
y'all.
Label somebody a black identity extremist,
Yeah.
and they're not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a real thing too.
That's what you said. Trying to make it a like they're black extremists.
Yeah, a black extremist, and it's not.
What's the
We have to
definition of an
speak up for ourselves.
extremist? Let me look that up. What's the
Yeah,
definition
you
of
find.
extremist?
Go ahead
What
and
do
look
you-
up the actual. The actual. Okay. So as far as whatever it will say,
Yeah.
I only see black. As far as being a black identity extremist, how can you be a black identity extremist? In the first place, I'm not black. I'm colored. I'm
Yeah.
indigenous. That's what I am. Okay, so I'm not black. And anyone that wants to come on the panel, or it's okay for people to identify how they want to. I don't want to be identified, nor do I identify as being black or African American.
Okay. They
So that's associated with killing a woke movement. Like,
right.
oh,
So here
waking.
I got a definition.
They're waking up.
Now, yeah, they're waking up. Now here's the thing.
Right.
It's not saying that it's negative. The definition isn't negative.
Right.
Extremist is not negative. This is what it says. It says a person who holds extreme or fanatical political or religious views, especially one who resorts to or advocates extreme action. So it's not saying anything negative. It almost has a connotation of like to what extent are you going to be extreme? Like what are those extreme actions? I wouldn't mind calling myself a black extremist. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want extreme action to take place when it comes to protecting the civil rights of black people.
And the human rights. Right.
Which falls under human rights. Exactly.
And the human rights.
And here's the other thing. It's messed up that we have to separate the definition of black from indigenous, from copper tone people. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's messed up because of the association with the name, which also creates a division when you're trying to unify a people. You know what I'm saying? That you have to distinguish yourself. I don't like being called this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah, you're right on point.
Even though we look alike, but it still creates a sense of division if you are not on that level to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So like
Totally agree.
everybody is like fighting. Well, what do I call myself? What? Oh man, I want to fuck them up. Let me chill. You know, it
Yeah.
makes you mad,
Yeah.
bro. It
Right.
makes you mad that they done screwed with the history of copper tone people so fucking long. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna start saying copper tone because don't nobody use that except the goddamn what's that copper tone
Commercial.
yeah. They the only
The
ones.
copper tone tan commercial.
Yeah, the
Which one are
copper
you talking
tone
about?
the people with the tanning lotion. They the only ones that use copper tone. So mother goddamn it, I'm
Use
using
copper tone.
copper tone from now on. Fuck that.
The copper.
What are you
Those
copper?
are some of the.
I'm copper tone.
You can because
I'm copper tone.
well, we can say copper color. Right. Okay.
Copper tone people.
Copper
Copper
tone.
tone people. That's it. Who you talking? I'm talking about copper tone people. Whether they want to call themselves indigenous, black, whatever. They
I call
not
them
like
copper
them
color.
folks that don't like us. They ain't asking us no questions about who
No.
you identify with. All they see is copper tone. Period.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they look at what your paperwork say after they
Exactly.
going over your body. So fuck all that. Copper tone people.
It more appropriate is copper color, but I get you. I get you. Copper colored is a real. It's a real life.
So,
It's a
so
real
what's the
life.
difference between copper color and copper tone?
I guess that's like saying what's the difference between tone and color.
Yeah. So
Let me
what's the
look up
difference?
tone. So let me look up tone
Yeah,
and
yeah,
color.
right. You look
Let me
something
look
up now.
what
Yeah,
tone
let's get
and
it.
color.
See,
Uh,
on Raw with a
color
podcast, we
versus-
like to get terms correct. You know what I'm saying? We like to be politically correct. And as we're educating ourselves, we're going to educate y'all too, because that is another part of what Raw would do. We're going to educate you as we're being educated.
Okay.
So what's
So I have a couple of definitions here. I just jumped into the computer.
get
Tone in art simply refers to how light or dark a color is. Tone in art simply refers to how light or dark a color is.
right?
Each color has an almost infinite number of tones. For example, think of the almost infinite variety between baby blue and midnight blue. Tone is how a central point in color theory and an essential tool for all artists.
Right.
Tinted color remains the same color, but it is paler than the original. When mixing a tint, always begin with white paint and gradually mix in small amounts of color until you achieve
too much.
Yeah, that's
We
too much.
we just want the tone. We all right. So when the tone is, it's you're talking about whether it's light or dark.
light or dark.
And when we and copper is descriptive, so that would be an adjective. Copper
Mhm.
is letting you know,
Well-
it's describing what tone that is.
Same thing with
You
black.
say- yeah,
Black
you
is
say,
just-
oh, they're
descriptive.
black tone, they yellow tone, they red tone, they pink tone,
Right.
but
It's not
we're
even a
talking about
noun.
copper tone. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, color. Definition of color. Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. Educating folks, Raw with It Podcast Nation. We
Color. Sorry, the property possessed by an object of producing different sensations on the eye as a result of the way the object reflects or emits light. Pigmentation of the skin,
Mhm.
especially as an indication of someone's ethnicity. Pigmentation of the skin, especially as an indication of someone's ethnicity. Isn't that something? Those are the nouns. Verb, change the color of something by painting. He color with of a person or their skin. So, as a noun, the property possessed by an object. Pigmentation of the skin.
Mhm.
As a verb, something by painting. So that might
Right.
not be an ambiguous,
Color.
simple definition. The quality of an object or substance with respect to light reflected by the object, usually determined visually by measurement of hue, saturation, and brightness of the reflected
Measurement
light.
of hue.
Measurement of hue.
And hue is just another word of saying
Color.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
all
But
right.
color is not a race. See, and that's my
Color
thing.
is
I know
not a
color
race.
is not a race. It's not an
No, color is
identified
not a race.
continent, people.
It's
And
not.
that's why I see it the way I do when it comes to identifying myself as black as a person. I'm not even black in color.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, like, yeah, we understand, we get it and everything, but
Right.
back
It's
to
different,
where we started from
different types.
this topic, where we were talking about the different type of Negroes that
Right.
exist in the
Types of
world.
Negroes. Right.
And basically, we here on Raw with the Podcast are not passive Negroes. We are not sit down Negroes. We are not, I'm going to let that slide, shuffle and jive, chucking, we ain't that type. We are not that type of people here. We represent in whole and in heart. And with that being said, thank you everybody for joining in on this very short broadcast, but hey, we do what we do. And remember, if anybody got any suggestions or any information on or any feedback on,
reach us.
Reach us. Y'all know how to reach us. Hold on, let me put that up. Let me throw that on the banner real quick. You know how to reach us. This is where we at. You can join our group chat, which is on Facebook, right? You can join our group chat. There it is at the bottom of the screen. Raw with It Podcast After Dark. That's the group chat, everybody. We are on Facebook, Raw with It Podcast After Dark. We are also, we're also on YouTube. So when you go on YouTube, you're going to put a search in for Raw with It Podcast. Make sure that it's not the song, because there's a rap song out there that's called Raw with It. So you're going to put in Raw with It Podcast. Sometimes you may have to put the Fox Silver with that, but these shows are also uploaded on YouTube, and we are also on Instagram. So when you go on Instagram, this is what you're going to look up. It's going to be spelled like that. It's going to say Raw with It _podcast, not all together Raw with It Podcast. It's going to say Raw with It _podcast. So you can follow us on there. You can also send us emails. We had an email, and email is rawwithitpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, the email is rawwithitpodcast@gmail.com. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in on our show tonight. And our new saying as we exit the building is stay woke and
keep it indigenous.
Keep it indigenous. Stay woke. Freedom.
Stay woke, people.
Peace, everybody. One love.
So, this is what's right here. Excuse me, I'm taking shots. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it in right now.